वो दिन कितने प्यारे थे, ये दिन भी कितने प्यारे हैं। तब बाबा साथ हमारे थे, तब बाबा साथ हमारे थे। बाबा अब भी साथ हमारे हैं।
ज्ञान मार्ग में भी जो यथार्थ रहम दिल है, उसमें तीन बातों से डर नहीं, लेकिन शक्ति किनारे करने की होती, जिसमें रहम नहीं होता। वो जानते हुए, समझते हुए इन बातों के परवश बन जाता है। वो है अलबेलापन, ईर्ष्या और घृणा। कोई भी कमजोरी या कमी का कारण 90% ये तीन बातें होती हैं। और जो रहम दिल होगा वो पाप से, पाप के साथी धर्मराज से किनारा करने की शुभेच्छा से कभी जैसे भगत डर के मारे नहीं करते, और ब्रह्मानंदमय बाप के प्यार के कारण बाप के साथ न जाके धर्मराज पुरी में त्रास करना पड़े। इस मीठा डर कहो या किनारा कहो, अलग बेले नहीं होते। बाप का प्यार इससे किनारा करा देता। अपने दिल का रहम, अलबेलापन समाप्त कर देता। और जब अपने प्रति रहम भावना आती है, तो जैसी वृत्ति, जैसी स्मृति, वैसे सर्व ब्रह्मांड सृष्टि के प्रति सुदय रहम नुकसान भी करता है, लेकिन ज्ञान युक्त रहम कभी भी किसी आत्मा के प्रति ईर्ष्या व घृणा का भाव दिल में उत्पन्न करने नहीं देगा। बच्चे, मैं आपके सदा साथ हूँ।
Om Shanti. Merciful Bestower, Master Bestower, and a greatly cooperative soul. Why is this one doing this? Why is this one saying this? Now stop thinking in that way. Be merciful and cooperate with your virtues and powers. This is known as being a Master Bestower and a greatly cooperative soul. Babdada now wants to see all the children in the form of constantly angelic, blessed souls, bestowers, merciful, tireless, easy yogis, and easy effort makers. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Welcome to Vikti Parivar. Today's day 12. Merciful and Bestower, Master Bestower, and a greatly cooperative soul. Now we will listen to Mohini Didi.
Om Shanti, everyone is okay. Yeah, wonderful meeting with Baba this morning. Baba is really ocean of knowledge. So many points, so many details, so many blessings. And it's our fortune that he is Father, Teacher, Sadguru. Even we have all relationships, but these are three very important relationships. Today, Baba gave so many points which we need to apply, we need to experience and become embodiment. But just now, Baba also gave so many points on mercy. If you are merciful, you will not have three weaknesses. The first is carelessness, jealousy, and dislike for anyone. It's only when you don't have mercy that there could be in your attitude dislike towards anyone. Whatever they are, whatever they do, there could be dislike. So really very good to look into that, am I merciful? But also two aspects which also Baba said is great donors, but also cooperation, cooperative soul. Sometimes it happens there is a task and it needs, like Baba said, the stage of tirelessness. And if you stay tireless, if we stay tireless, We are cooperating. So task will be accomplished. But Baba also today said to be embodiment of what embodiments? Hmm? Hmm? First we are angelic form, image of blessings, to give blessings to everyone, tireless, easy yogi, easy effort maker. So it's deep connection of embodiment and bestower again. Not only that, but let's say if somebody is doing something because of carelessness, then embodiment, the way I will look at that soul, drishti, will help that soul to get courage, to get strength, get tasks accomplished. That means embodiment soul of all these qualities, their drishti will help soul and they become cooperative, or we are cooperating actually to get the task accomplished. Every time we listen to Baba, like there is a different meaning you can take it. So I like it very much when Baba said, you have to be merciful on whole world Brahmin family, everyone. And here Baba is talking of Brahmins. I mean, in the Lokik world, there is so much sorrow, unlimited sorrow. For that, of course, we have to be merciful and bestower. But within Brahmin family also, Baba said the cause of all the weaknesses are these three. So when you see someone's weakness through your drishti, even if it's possible through your words, Baba loves you. So that soul get little bit like, oh, I thought I'm doing something wrong. How can Baba like me? Hmm? One is to say, I like you. No, this is not. Baba likes you. Baba loves you. Today, Baba also said, receive blessings and give blessings. Hmm. So, what blessings we give? You are ever happy soul. You always remain happy. Even that soul we are seeing is not happy. But blessing is to remind that soul, not remind and say, oh, you should be happy. But as a blessed image of blessing, you are a happy soul. Hmm. Because there was this question, no? How do I give blessings to others? How do I receive blessings from others? So I thought that Baba was giving this be embodiment. And when you are embodiment, then very naturally your vibrations, your drishti is of bestower. Anyone finding anything difficult and looking at you as an easy yogi, easy effort maker, it inspires that soul. That's also cooperation, right? Or there is a situation of upheaval, but you stay very, very calm and stable. And you are consistent in your stage. That helps definitely, immediately, other soul get courage. So there are whole day, if we look at, there's so many ways we can be bestower by becoming embodiment. I like this very much when Baba gave us these 7 titles now in a Vyakti signal. This is what we have to be embodiment, so that not only we are bestower, but word cooperative. Because when there is cooperation task, any task gets not only accomplished, but in a very easy way. But if no one cooperates, right, then it becomes heavy, difficult, and takes definitely long time, right? When there is cooperation, happily, we do every task together. I like when all of us are able to give our finger, and the show mountain was even lifted. It was not just one Sri Krishna, but everyone gave finger of cooperation. So bestower, in other words, also is cooperation in the task. Any task is there, just share your hand, or if ideas are needed, whatever is needed, just be very, very cooperative. So we will be embodiment, we will follow what Baba is saying. And of course, I liked very much when Baba said, be embodiment of so many things Baba said, but also in Sakar Murli, when Baba said, sit on the throne of angelic stage, sit on the throne of consistent stage, stable stage. I thought it's very interesting. So it's not I am making efforts to become that, but I am an angel and I sit in that consciousness, that power calling throne, and then see what the experience is. Maybe that's what Baba meant. Embodiment of angel, that means it's like flying stage, Baba said this morning. Light, double light. So many qualities of angel will be experienced by many, many souls. So I think it's many, many beautiful things for understanding, for practice, experiment, and be a bestower. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. And Sister Mohini has just been touching on the points that Baba gave us in the little clip that we saw when he was speaking about being merciful and telling us that the reasons we are not able to have a merciful heart, it's because there's carelessness and there's jealousy and there is dislike. And I am thinking these three weaknesses of the heart can actually stop us from having mercy for ourselves as well as for others. And then in today's Murli, the one that we had from Madhuban, Baba was telling us to hand over all our burdens and all of our weaknesses and all of our worries to him. And in order to do that, we need determination. And if we don't have the determination, then we won't be able to hand over all of these things. And so, Sister Mohini, today I'm bringing to you a serious matter connected to mercy. But I wouldn't start with the serious matter. I would start with a few days ago in Baba's Murli, he said to us, in order to be merciful, we need to become sticks for the blind. What does it mean to become a stick for the blind in order to be the merciful children of God?
No, as the blind person is able to feel the path by moving the stick, in the sense that our words, like today Baba gave very good example of company and hand, and he said my hand is Srimad. So I think our, some words which could work like a stick, That means that person is able to feel the directions and internally very clear about what has to be done. So I see more stick as Srimad, and or it could be any blessing we give. That can also become stick for the blind.
Mm.
What you see as
Well, usually when you are becoming a stick for the blind, you are the one who is seeing, and the one you're helping is not seeing. So, for instance, if you're at a traffic light or you're on the street and you see a blind person about to cross that road, you would go and offer help and say, "Can I be of help to you? Can I help you cross this road?" So you are helping someone because you have the light, you can see, to go to safety. So I was looking at merciful in relation to this. How can we, how can people who are enlightened help other people who are not enlightened in that kind and in that way that would allow them to feel safe with you as you're helping them across because they can't see. And so I thought it was referring back to this whole thing of a merciful heart. Because if I don't have a merciful heart, I cannot be a stick for the blind. I wouldn't have the kindness. I wouldn't have the care. I wouldn't have the first and foremost intention that I need to lead them to safety. And so I was just looking at the merciful heart in relation to stick for the blind.
but also I feel that if we are embodiment, then being embodiment, there is so much power and vibration that can also become support as a stick for anyone. But if I am not embodiment, then the power which that soul could get, will not be able to experience. So I like very much when Baba keeps saying that you have to be embodiment of blessings, you have to be embodiment of mercy, generosity, but be an embodiment and then be bestower and also cooperative.
Mm. Another, I'm building up to this heavy subject I'm going to be asking you about. Another Murli that I was struck by, I think it was yesterday's Murli when we had the night class by Brahma Baba. And Baba was saying, Sakar Baba, the night class, of course, Bab Dada, was saying that to leave the body with a heart failure it's like death by chocolate. It's a very sweet death. And it is like, just leaving that body in a very sweet way. And I thought that was interesting. That was it a premonition that Baba was having of his own leaving of the body, in which he was remembering the sweetness of that transition? What did you think of that point?
Yeah, I think I agree with that, because lot of suffering, in the sense of, people getting stroke, people getting heart attack, people, and then after that, it's good because when they live, they could remember Baba, or the family is also happy with the presence of that person. But the way Brahma Baba left body, I don't know, I have that much, so much in front of me.
Mm-hmm.
And also I keep wishing for myself that that's what I would want to live, where you do everything and you quietly soul leaves like an angel has gone. So what Baba is saying is actually that there is no suffering. Someone was sharing with me, actually it was a guest of all of time in his village, that it's all right to leave body, but his brother for 15 days, he said, we're not able to sleep, we haven't been eating, we are only after taking care of him. And he said, I don't want that to happen, because he saw what could happen. So I think when soul is in the body, body is not well, so many people get involved, has to be involved, right? Their life is like only taking care of that person. So I think that what Baba meant is really uh, settle your karmic accounts of the body in such a way that you just leave body very silently and sweetly without causing any suffering or any lot of effort for the family. Even they will do it because of love and attachment for you.
That's so very interesting because, whenever we all have to leave the body, just as how birth is auspicious, the way that we leave our bodies are also considered to be auspicious in many ways. But this is where the person is asking me, the question the person has asked me to put to you, I will put it to you now. And there is a deep understanding that everybody has to leave the body. But there is an acceptance. If there is a natural cause of leaving the body, everyone will say, it's fine, I can accept it. And there is a sense of okay, whatever, acceptance, but also a lot of, I would call, mercy, in that sense, that the good wishes go with the person, and wanting the best for the person in the onward journey. But there's one way of leaving the body that people seem to not have mercy about, and that is death by suicide. And when it is a death by suicide, it seems as though there are a lot of stigmas. People feel very isolated. The one who died by suicide, and the ones who are left behind are left with a lot, sometimes guilt, sometimes confusion, sometimes mixed emotions. And they are not able to talk about it, depending on what culture they come from. Certain cultures, refuse to talk about it. And when they go to their spiritual counselors, in many instances, it is viewed as a sin. It is viewed as something that is not accepted by the religion. And so he wanted me to ask you that when it is death by suicide, how would a spiritual person respond to that with a merciful heart?
When person is not able to take the stress of the life, difficulties of the life, or they see that there is nothing in future, dead end, and then they just decide to commit suicide. And yeah, even it was yesterday or day before when someone called me that they had two suicide recently of their family, and or Brahmins within, Brahmins contact souls, and they were asking me that how we can help the souls who are kind of depressed and hopeless, and like, or feel the pressure. Many young people are actually doing it. So yes, we have to be, his soul has, one is to console the family, other is to make them explain that soul was burdened, soul had lot of heaviness inside, and decided instead of living, I'd rather not live. So we actually should create something where if we see that soul is seeking some help, and we should be able to provide some help in the sense of hope to the soul, or some inner power, or some objective, some motivate them. So I think that we have to look around, and wherever help is needed, we should give. But after it has happened, we will say no, that soul had to go, soul had to go.
That's so beautiful. But also, isn't it important for us as those who've got the spiritual knowledge and the deep spiritual understanding that everything is accurate according to drama, isn't it important for us to not judge the person who decided to die by suicide, and not judge the relatives in terms of what they had done or didn't do or should do. So what advice would you give to us, to people helping those who are dealing with this very delicate way of leaving the body that is still people having to understand it in its deeper context? What advice would you give to us helping others in terms of not judging, not having judgment?
Yeah, of course, we should not do that. But also at this time, sharing about immortality of the soul, and soul has to play another role. So this might be the right time for them. This could be one of the way they left, and then they have to, take another birth, and they will play their role there. So I think we explained to them all about soul and continuity as a journey, and also, that this is the way. Actually, there are some traits, of being committing suicide, but of course, Baba always say no. They shouldn't do. Means it's not a good way. But if someone has done it, then for that soul also have lot of good wishes instead of criticizing, commenting, saying things about that soul. Yeah, she was like that, he was like that. We shouldn't talk about anything of that soul in the sense of in a negative way. Even if we say soul was very good, was very lovely, but send lot of good wishes so that soul can be comfortable wherever the soul is, even after dying. So we should take care of family, but also take care of the soul who has left, right?
Yeah, that's good. And also, today in the Murli that Baba gave from Madhuban, he was saying that it is so important to apply those 3 points: the point of Baba, the point of the soul, and the point of drama. And I'd like to read you something, because when this person asked me to ask you this question on the compassion and mercy that should be extended in relation to death by suicide, I was thinking, how do I ask you this question without it becoming too heavy? And so I read something that I felt really described this situation and what you're saying, and what Baba was even saying today, handing over the burdens, handing over the worries, and applying these 3 full stops. And this is what it says, that when something like this happens, there's always a need to understand why. Understanding the circumstances of a death by suicide can sometimes lead us to asking the question, why? And Baba always tells us, don't ask why, just fly. You may second guess actions, wish that you had noticed signs earlier, or wonder how you could have acted differently. This need to understand why may be a difficult path, as the circumstances surrounding the loved one's death could be unclear or not easily known. Some questions may never be answered, while you may find other answers that make sense. And this is the part I like very much. Sometimes you will find answers to your questions, while at other times you must learn to accept the fact that there are some things no one can know. And I think this is the key to the 3 full stops, that when we have to accept things that no one can know, we need to apply those three full stops. So, Sister Mohini, in relation to the merciful heart and in relation to all these different things that are happening, what did you take from Baba's Murli today that you feel that was very important for us to connect to being merciful, but also being the bestower?
I
Oh,
think that
go on. Sorry.
yeah. Baba said you should give all the burdens. Baba says you all make a lot of promises, but it's lack of determination. Because of lack of determination, you're not able to give, Baba. Even we know that we should give. So to remain double light is very important. But also one of the practice Baba said to become like Baba, because Baba is merciful, right? Is to always receive blessings and give blessings. I like that very much, and I keep thinking, how can we do that? And maybe our blessings can help that soul or all the souls if we keep doing that. That then I remember that a lot of people say that I don't want anything. I just want blessings. And at that time we don't know what to say, right? Be ever happy or be ever healthy or be ever wise or whatever. And that is why sometimes I just take out a blessing card and read that card to the soul. Many times I'm sitting at airport and they say, oh, just bless us. We don't want anything. Or they have done something, helped something, and we say, what can we do? No, just blessings are important. And when we are embodiment, people ask us for blessings. So we have to be prepared for that. So I feel mercy is not something always like for sorrow or something. Even those souls, you have to be merciful and try to give them a very good blessing. And when they remember that blessing, it will help them in their lives too. So I think we have to work more on ourselves to be embodiment of blessing and to be prepared to give blessing, not only through thoughts or drishti, but also in a proper word. And this will help us to remember the blessings, because sometimes you instantly don't know what to say, right? And especially they're not Brahmins, they are Lokik people. And so be successful, that's your birthright. You will always be victorious. So many. So we might have to, like Baba's words are words of blessings. So our words should also become now words of blessings. So that's what I taking as my homework, to reflect on that, churn on that, and see that also as a bestower, also merciful.
Thank you. That was very beautiful because Baba says try it for one day and then practice it for 7 days. And so maybe that's something we will do. So thank you so much, Sister Mohini. This was wonderful. It was easier than I thought it was. So
Yeah.
it was beautiful,
But
your answers.
actually, what you were saying about you could never know the reason. Recently, somebody called and he said person was so happy, was only 45, and then suddenly committed suicide. And the family said, we can't understand. He was so happy. He had everything, good family, money, business. Why suddenly? So as you're saying that, what's the answer? There is no answer for that. Definitely there must be something bothering that soul. And they could have carried some sanskars from the past. Something is there which they know themselves, like no one else will know. Right. So it does happen. So we have to use all three dots, stop it, and then, think about it.
Thank you,
Okay.
Sister Mohini.
Thank,
Om Shanti.
thank you, Gayatri.
master bestower, and a greatly cooperative soul. Why is this one doing this? Why is this one saying this? Now stop thinking in that way. Be merciful and cooperative with your virtues and powers. This is known as being a master bestower and a greatly cooperative soul. Bapdada now wants to see all the children in the form of constantly angelic, blessed souls, bestowers, merciful, tireless, easy yogis, and easy effort makers. Now be merciful and reveal your form of being a bestower.
Merciful and bestower, master bestower, and a greatly cooperative soul. Why is this one doing this? Why is this one saying this? Now stop thinking in that way. Be merciful and cooperate with your virtues and powers. This is known as being a master bestower and a greatly cooperative soul. Bap Dada now wants to see all the children in the form of constantly angelic, blessed souls, bestowers, merciful, tireless, easy yogis, and easy effort makers. रहम दिल दाता बन, मास्टर दाता महासहयोगी। यह ऐसा क्यों करता, यह क्यों कहता, अब यह सोचना बंद करो। रहम दिल बन अपने गुणों का, अपनी शक्तियों का सहयोग दो। इसको कहा जाता है मास्टर दाता महासहयोगी। अभी बाप दादा सभी बच्चों के चेहरे पर सदा फरिश्ता रूप, वरदानी रूप, दाता रूप, रहम दिल, अथक, सहज योगी व सहज पुरुषार्थी का रूप देखने चाहते हैं। ओम शांति। ओम शांति व्यक्ति परिवार। Thank you Didi, thank you Gayatri. So tomorrow is Thursday and we will offer bhog from 7 to 7:30 in between, and rest of the schedule remains same from Amrit Vela till night, and also 5 to 6 we'll have Sakar Murli English. So now let's go to meet Bab Dada, right? So welcome to our Vikti journey, Bab Dada meeting the double foreigners, children. Imperishable love of the heart brings each child close. Let's watch.
तेरी शिक्षाएं और प्यार साथी बन साथ निभाते हैं। मधुबन के वो दिन रात, मधुबन के वो दिन रात, बाबा तेरी याद दिलाते हैं।
अच्छा भी डबल फॉरेनर्स डबल फॉरेनर्स
साथ निभाते हैं।
ये जो की थी कॉल ऑफ टाइम वालों की, उसकी विधि बाप दादा को अच्छी लगी। कि छोटे से संगठन को समीप लाया और डबल फॉरेनर्स का भी डबल कार्य में रहते, सेवा में, स्वयं के पुरुषार्थ में, ये देख करके भी बाप दादा खुश। विदेश में डरते तो नहीं है, कल क्या होगा ये तो नहीं सोचते। कल अच्छा होगा, अच्छा है और अच्छा ही होना है। जितनी दुनिया में हलचल होगी उतनी ही आप ब्राह्मणों की स्टेज अच्छा लोगे। ऐसे है डबल विदेशी, हलचल है या अचल है? अचल अचल है। जो थोड़ा हलचल में है, हलचल में तो नहीं है ना। जो अचल है वो हाथ उठाओ। अचल अचल है, अचल है। कल कुछ हो जाए तो भी अचल है ना। क्या होगा? कुछ नहीं होगा। आप ब्रह्मांडों के ऊपर परमात्मा छत्र छाया, स्वराज अधिकारी बन, बेफिक्र बादशाह बन, अचल अडोल सीट पर सेट रहो। सीट से नीचे नहीं उतरो। सीट पर सेट जो है वो स्वप्न में भी अपसेट नहीं हो सकता।
हमारे मीठे 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 बाबा का, हमारे प्यारे प्यारे शिव बाबा का।
हैप्पी बर्थडे बाबा, हैप्पी बर्थडे,
हैप्पी बर्थडे बाबा, हैप्पी बर्थडे।
शिव का झंडा ऊंच महान, शिव का सदा होगा सम्मान, गर्व का पिता ज्ञान करे कल्याण। शिव का झंडा ऊंच महान, शिव का सदा होगा सम्मान, गर्व का पिता शिव भगवान, शिव का ज्ञान करे कल्याण।
साकार में जो कहा हो रहा साकार है, मुस्कुराता आपके सपनों का संसार है। दीप बन आशाओं के जल रहे हैं हम बाबा, दीप बन।
Om Shanti. Good night, everyone. Om Shanti.